Welcome back everybody to another F124 driver career mode. Today heading off to Jeddah for a second race of the season, so let's jump on in. So with heading off to Jeddah here, I was messing around some on the game a little bit earlier, trying out some different settings, whatnot. One thing I do want to change here is I want to, that's not what I want. I want red flags to be standard. I feel like that red flag last race came out a bit early, but I'm still going to do the increased safety car, try to add a little bit of fun to the races. The other thing I'm debating on is dropping this down to the traction control back down to medium where we had it started, and then drop the difficulty. I'd have to play with it some, but drop that probably to about a 60 or 70. So let me know what you guys think there. No new messages to look at. Let's look at some of the specialists. Drive 0 miles during the race weekend, or complete the weekend with no more than 4 collisions with other cars. Let's go with the 0 miles. That's going to be a lot easier for me to do. We got some other specialists now here. Power unit consultant. Overtake ERS mode for 35 seconds during the race weekend. We could probably do that. Finish at a better position than your teammate in qualifying. It includes sprint qualifying. Let's do the ERS there. Material fabrication planner. Complete 5 laps without any penalties or warnings during the race weekend, or complete 5 laps and practice sessions, and then out laps are not included. Let's do the 5 laps. And the strategy analyst, complete a driven lap in 2 different sessions. That would be easy enough. Or perfect the race strategy practice program. Let's go with the lap driven in 2 different sessions. Should be easy enough as well. Just means we have to qualify and race as well. So those are all set. Let's look at the driver details. Currently sitting at 72. Could customize some, but not going to worry about that for now. Ocon is focusing on the power train. Yeah, we'll help him out here. We'll get some power underway here. Ocon's got a gearbox durability upgrade underway, as well as a chassis upgrade underway. I have a front downforce upgrade underway, and we also have rear downforce here to be working on. We're all good in terms of the vehicle, and obviously in the standings, nothing to worry about there for now. Let's move here. We only gain 92 resource points. That's not going to really help us in terms of doing anything in the R&D. I don't think. Is that 392? Nothing we can do there. We're helping Ocon out there with getting that into development, and there's nothing else for us to do here. So let's head off to the race here. I'll take you guys along. If it keeps being the same stuff over and over again for these practice sessions, similar to how it was in F123, I will end up just skipping over these, at least for the recordings. But for now, We'll drag you guys along for it. Let me know what you guys think there. It also allowed me to do a longer session length, probably get a longer race in. That'd be a 50% race versus a full race. Actually, no, because I don't want to do an hour worth of practice. So I'm going to do that. Let me jump into practice here. Head off to the track.
Hello and a very warm welcome to practice. There is plenty to get to grips with here at the fastest street circuit of them all. There's no margin for error here at the Jeddah Corniche.
Alrighty, so taking a look here, race strategy, track acclimatization, and ERS management. In terms of this, nothing to do there. So let's actually, I need to go back in here, start that race strategy practice program, and yeah, based on what I could tell in my little test sessions earlier, it's going to be hard for me to run traction control off. I can do it, but I'm going to have to back the AI difficulty way down. Probably something I need to work on more in my free time, and then eventually I could integrate that back into the career. Would be, I'm guessing, a better, but I'm not totally sure there. I need to find a better run overall for the ERS, because with where it's at now, it does not play very nice sometimes. We are in the green though for now. Use some here. So you can see there, if I don't quite hit the button right, it just taps through the menu and doesn't turn it on or off, and that can kind of mess us up here. Very nice through there. Definitely had a learning curve with that corner in F123. Much better at it now. But let's see here. Up 4/10 at the moment. Use some, a little bit of ERS there. Use some here coming out of this corner. Have to remember my shifting on this place. Went out of bounds there just a little bit, but it's not going to hurt us too badly here in a practice session. They're not really going to penalize us there. At the moment, looking good here. I actually need to save some battery. I had not noticed that we were that low. So I should go down to none here. Probably cost myself some time there. I was stuck in 7th gear. Probably shouldn't have been. But let's see here. I'm going to have some ERS to use here on the front straight, along with the ERS Just gonna guess that target time. We go green on that lap as well. So we're just kind of saving up some battery here. I know it could be important to use it here towards the beginning of the lap, but I think I'm actually better off using it more towards the end of the lap. Using it down these long straightaways here, kind of long sweeping straightaways, but straightaways at that. That's going to help me, especially on that front straightaway. If I'm short, I can use that alongside some DRS to really make up some time. So move here. It's going to use some more. Turn it off there. Going to need to use a lot here. We're already on it. It's going to be very hard to make up this time. It's not going to come quick enough. Nope. So need to be good. And the next 2 laps. Kind of did this at Bahrain as well. I don't know why, but that 3rd lap is tough to get right in a row, so need to nail laps 4 and 5 now in order to get purple on our first time through here. It's going to be about using that ERS strategically, that overtake button at least. So we're looking good on time here right now. Let's use some here. Very nice corner there. That gave us a lot of time. Let's see as we head down this straight. Use up some more of that ERS. The car is definitely a lot more stable through that little section there. No doubt about it. Let's use some of the ERS there as well. Gives us a nice little boost down the straightaway. And we're going to be more than fine here without using any ERS, so we're not going to use up any here. Just going to save it. Using some out of that corner. Maybe a little bit early on the application, but I think we're going to be alright here. Definitely feeling more confident through that little section there. As we're using some ERS there. That's one of the sections I'm struggling more with. Using up some of that ERS to help me get through there. A little bit slow through there that time as well. Going to use some more until we hit the DRS. We're in good shape here this lap. Let's see here. We may be towards the edge of how much battery we can use by the end of this lap. Let's see here. Let's turn it off now. But we should be more than fine here. We sure will be. Use up all the way to the line. There we go.
We got some excellent data.
And let's head back. We've already got 3 of the specialist goals. Looks like we just need to drive a lap in another session. Let's return to the
That
garage
so
here.
come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
Pretty close there to the estimated tire wear. Let's go track climatization. Even though we're feeling pretty good. Around here.
Okay, your goal is to get through as
feeling
many
like
corner
right
gates
now
as quickly and precisely as possible. Remember to activate your DRS in the DRS zone
this
as well.
could be a very good track for me, but we'll just kind of have to see here how things play out. Currently in 13th for the session. So we are at least being out. At least for Ricardo, we can see him on the map there for sure. Go green there, a couple greens. It's fine. Goal here is just to hit all the gates. Very nice there. Alright, doing a wonderful job.
Okay, DRS zone coming up. Get ready to open it. Distance is on
Here,
your
there we
MFD.
go. Lots of gates around this track. Very nice there. I'm not sure if this has been updated at all. It almost feels like there's been a little bit of an update to some of these corner gates. Or that could just be me. We haven't run Jeddah in a while without running it in the short season. I'm not sure how that was in a clean lap. We can go back through and do that though. That's not a problem. Oh, probably through. No, we didn't even go off there. I'm not sure how that's not a clean lap then. But we can do a slow lap later. Maybe. With going all 5 laps in that race strategy.
Nice one. Okay, reminder, a neat way to recharge the battery is by
Session.
lifting at certain points when you feel you can and by gentle braking.
It's going. It ate up a lot of time, so we'll see if we can do anything
on
there.
this test, I want you to focus on managing your ERS. It's really important for our overall race pace, and so a reminder that you've got modes to play with in your MFD. See how they feel for you and see how different modes drain the battery.
Yeah, we've already kind of done that though. What I want to see here, well, not even really see. We're just going to try to make time around here and use the battery as we see fit. And it's going to help that I've got on none, so we're saving in most sections of the track. A little boost there. Yeah, with saving in most parts of the track, not really using up anything in one particular spot. It allows me to deploy a bit more, so can just deploy it when I feel like it. I think that may be my best option for this track. Just send it to none and just using that ERS as I see fit, almost kind of how it would have been last year, but especially for this little practice program, that's going to be the way to do it. Give it a little spritz here. just going to be able to go
Okay,
green,
test complete,
perfect.
And that was a really good job indeed. You got a lot
And
of
actually, we're
information
just
out of that. Well
in
done.
ahead of Ricardo there in terms of the pace at the moment, so may need to be wary of that. Let's do this track climatization program and try to get that clean lap. I'm not sure why we didn't have a clean lap before, but we'll make sure we get a clean lap. Not worried about the actual gates this time around, just worried about staying on track all the way around. So let's see here. Just going to let the ERS do its thing. We can go nice and extra slow here. Was it? And I bet it was over here. I bet it was right through this section here. I bet it went wide there. I bet that's exactly what it was. Did a better job of it that time. For sure. We're still going to probably be able to go purple on this thing. Let's see here. And maybe it shouldn't be close as long as I hit all the corner gates. We're not really even going that slow. Hit the wall there just a little bit. It's not messing me up at all. There we go, nice and easy. And there's the purple. And it should get me a clean lap. Okay, apparently not. We'll run another lap. We'll run super low here. Take everything nice and wide. If that's not what they wanted, I'm not sure what we need to do here then. Nice and easy through here. No risks. There we go. Not going to go purple this time around with that red gate. Let's see here. I'm not sure why I didn't get that clean lap thing last time. I thought I'd taken it careful all the way around, but whatever, we're trying it again. Actually, I'm going to be close on that goal this time around. I even got purple on that lap, too. That's quite amazing, actually. 19th. End the session. I'm hoping I actually got all those.
Sadly, it's time to say goodbye.
Developments. Let's see here. This is going to tell me I didn't. I don't know how I didn't. Let's go to quick practice. Do this. I didn't leave the track at all, but okay. There we go. Completed. Back out. End the session. Now we're going to be skipping to qualifying. Did that count as... No, it did not count as driving in a session. So good to know there, I guess. So now let's skip to qualifying. There we go. Resource points here. Up to 300 there. Let's open the details. 14 laps completed. That helped out quite a bit, I think. And then we got all the practice programs as well as development boosts. So there we are there. Rating's going to go up here. Alright. Yeah, just the experience rating would appear. It's going to make very little impact there. And I'm not sure. I know we completed less laps at Bahrain. You guys will have to let me know if I get more experience points from that. I don't think I did, but that may be something. If I run more and more laps, I can get that rating to go up more quickly. So let's head out to qualifying.
But let's see who will be fastest of them all. We're about to set the grid for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Yes, it's qualifying.
Alrighty, so how is the car even set up? Custom setup, that's interesting because I've not put in a custom setup. I'm not that worried about it. Let's go out here, see what we can do at Jeddah in terms of qualifying. We've not run with a set of softs yet, so it's going to be interesting. Going down to none here until we hit this straightaway, then we'll bump it up into the hot lap mode. I didn't want to go overtake. I wanted the DRS there. Oh well. Still trying to get used to some of the controls in that aspect. My DRS and ERS, at least the overtake button is right next to each other. Very nice run through there. Softs are definitely very grippy here. Gotta be careful here not to go off track. Very nice there. Ocon has the fastest lap of the session so far. But it's not giving me splits at this point. Not my best run through there. Kind of actually forgot it was coming up, but see how it impacts the lap. Very nice through there. The new handling model definitely helps with that corner. You're not feeling so slidey. And maybe that's just a developed car versus the undeveloped car that I had when I went there in the second race of the My Team Career mode. But we are just behind Ocon there so far in the session. So maybe showing some better pace here. We were only, what was that, about 800ths off of them. We're faster in sector 1, faster in sector 2. We're losing time in sector 3. Is there anything we can really do there? Not sure. Let's advance here a little bit. Time. Expect this to be towards the back. Yeah, we're towards the back. Going to go out with about 3.5 to go here. Perfect. Going to go out to track. It might be a little bit busy. Oh, and we're going to be on the same tires. It's too late now. We can't go back and change them. So hopefully the track has evolved enough that allows us to go faster here. Ocon has already gone faster. Let's get better run with the DRS this time around. Down this front straight. Should help us out some.
1 minute to go.
And the track has definitely evolved because I don't think I'm running
P18.
that much faster here in this session. So definitely wise to run late here in the session. Going to use some overtake here, keep that gap to where we were.
Just 30 seconds left in the session.
It's not going to matter, we're not going to have time to make another lap anyways. We've already used up a lot of the ERS this lap. Scraped the wall there just a little bit. Let's do some ERS. Got the DRS there. Just going to be about conserving enough ERS for the end of the lap. Very good run through there. Using some there. We're almost out for the lap. Going to drop down to none here. So we can use some on this front straightaway. Using it all here. And we're going to be slower this lap. No improvement. I needed to save just a little bit more of that overall ERS that we could use for the lap, so we could have enough to make it there at the end. But it's going to be P18. Ocon has made it in the Q2, so he out-qualifies us there. But let's head into the race.
Good morning, good afternoon, or for us, good evening, as we're under the night lights of Jeddah. The floodlights are on and so is the pressure here at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So let's take a look at the topographical map of the Jeddah street circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Norris, Russell, Oscar Piastri, Hamilton, Stroll, Albon, Bottas, Joe, Ocon, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Sargent, Benjamin, Hulkenberg, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And alongside me today is a man who needs no introduction, but I'll try anyway. It's Ant Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
I know you're frustrated to be this far back on the grid, but you've got to keep that under control. Keep a cool head and work your way through the field gradually as you go. It's not all going to be won or lost at the first corner.
So, quite a long introduction there. But let's see here. I'm actually going to go with the... We're going to switch this strategy around just a little bit. Let's edit the strategy. Let's go a hard to a medium tire. I like that. Let's go there. And that is going to be our strategy. Start the race here. I did switch out the clutch and decently long light there. See what we can do into this first corner. As were we 4 wide there, we may have been. We forced the issue, but not gaining any spots here early on. A little bit of contact there with the RB, but no damage done. But that does do some damage. That is not good. I've got to start racing more carefully, and also remembering to use some of that overtake button. It's going to be very important here in the early going so we don't get swarmed, as we are on a harder compound. Off track there just a little bit. Let's use some of that overtake button. Going to be important to be able to stick with these RB in front of us. Not really good point through here. Try to make any moves, but we were right on that gearbox of Ricardo, using up some of that ERS, and hopefully that damage doesn't do too much for us in this race. Using some ERS, we didn't save enough to use late here.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
And I've also made the switch down to the none setting in terms of the overall use of the ERS. I want to be able to control as much of that as possible for the start of this race, using that when I want to rather than the computer doing that for me. So that's the route we're going for now. Using up quite a lot here. Trying to catch back up to Ricardo. Get within that DRS range, so hopefully we can pull ourselves back up to him. There we go, we have the DRS. We'll see if we can stick with him here. Not our best run in through there. Use some more DRS. And yes, we have lost that DRS. We need to turn off the ERS here, unfortunately. I have used it up too early. And we just get absolutely swarmed as all the back markers here together. Let's use up some ERS here, as we do not have DRS here either. Now we need to focus on saving up some battery for sure, as we are battling with these other cars at the moment, and really just need to try to hang on for a little bit, as we do have the hard tires. Everyone else appears to be on the softs. We must have gotten into Sargent a bit hard there, as he is now pitted and put on the hard tires. That's going to be a tough rest of the race there for him, trying to take those hards all the way to the end. Maybe looking at a 2-stop here, going softs to the hard to the soft late in the race, possibly. We'll have to see. Be very interesting to see what they do there. Using up a fair amount of ERS there, trying to catch back up with Hulkenberg to get back into that DRS range, and we are there. We're making up some ground on him. Let's use up some more ERS here. We harvested a decent amount back there. Let's turn that off. Going to use some more here. Again, just trying to stay within that DRS range. We do have it right now. So we dive it down in there, using some of that engine braking this into that corner. And we have caught back up with Hulkenberg. That damage coming into play just a little bit here. And going to use some of that ERS. Took it a little wide there. Let's turn that back off. Going down to third here for a little bit better of a drive off. Use some of that ERS now. Make sure we're staying within that range. For the DRS, we should be more than fine. Yes, we should be. Let's use up a little bit here though. We are in the DRS range. Use up some more of that ERS. So we move here. I'm trying to be able to catch up enough that I'm able to kind of save the battery somewhat. Just focus on running off the DRS, but it's going to be hard with the DRS. Really isn't spaced out at all. It's all kind of clumped to the backside of this track. I've really got to use up all the battery before that point to be able to keep up with them. So kind of waiting for those soft tires to be able to fall off and our hard tires to come in, and hopefully they don't go to, ideally they'd go to the hard tire, but I get the feeling that they're going to end up going to a medium tire, just because that's kind of the characteristic of the AI in these games, and they have pulled way far ahead of me. Let's just bumped it up to the medium deploying setting on the ERS. We're gonna stop worrying about that overtake button. Just let it do its thing for now. It's going to allow me to just kind of run our own race here for now.
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 2.2 seconds.
Wait for those cars to drop back towards me, as well as maintain a little bit of a gap over Sargent. And we'll just kind of wait for some pit stops here, because I think that's when we're going to be able to make our move here the best. Just a little bit here. I'm surprised I haven't gotten an objective here yet. Because we're kind of to the boring part of the race here at the moment. Trying to maintain that gap back to Sargent. Yeah, it's fair. We deserve that warning. And the hard tires may be kicking in here, as we are starting to make up some time to the two Haas cars in front of us. So maybe time to save some battery, as I just used up a decent amount there on that straightaway. but we're running decent laps here right now. Not great, but decent. Hulkenberg's able to pull away from me there some because of the fact that he's got ERS to Magnussen. But I think we've been really good. In this front half of the track. I turned off the ERS deploy. And the other thing that's very interesting is there's a nice little pack up in front of us here, including those Haas cars.
Okay, mate,
so
we've got some clear track around us now, so let's use it and make this next lap a quick one. Let's go.
okay, we're going to bump up to a hot lap ERS mode here. To try to achieve that lap time. Actually, let's save it here and try to get it next lap. Should not. I'm still deploying some. Just knock that back to none, saving all the ERS here so we can just go for a hot lap next lap. But those cars in front of us are still able to pull away, even with the fact that they're on the soft tires, which kind of has me worried. So, I'm just struggling for pace here at the moment. Granted, we're saving up the ERS, but we'll see how everything plays out here as pit stops play out. We're in front of Verstappen, so we've got to be Verstappen's out on the mediums. See, that's what I was worried about, is that they're going to go from the softs and the mediums.
Remember to play around with ERS modes in your MFD if you need to.
I am, but okay. We're in a hot lap mode right now, or at least we should be. Suppose I should take a look at that.
The car behind's just boxed for mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre now.
Engineering my ear is not helping me be able to hear my shift points and stuff like that. We'll see here. See what we can do here. Otherwise, we're going to have to go with the strategy of using probably a none deploy and use some manual overtaking. Oh, we were so close there. Okay, let's bump down here. Got other guys in the pits here so far, using some ERS here. What's also not helping is the fact that I've got that wing damage still. And what might be wise here is to have Verstappen get by us, in which case I could use him for a little bit of DRS to try to complete this objective as well. Using some battery here. He's going to have DRS on me here. Lots of battery here. Off of it. He's going to get past this. Perfect. And that's going to allow me to have DRS here. Perfect. Using that ERS. Really trying to get this objective done. Oh, that's a really bad corner. See if that... I don't think I can get that time. Using up all the DRS, ERS.
Quite meet our targets. Not to worry. Get your head down and chin up. And let's focus right the way into the checkered flag.
Was not able to
Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap.
get the objective done there. Going to the medium ERS deploy. We'll see if this overcut works compared to everyone else. Still going to have the wing damage. I don't anticipate them fixing that on the stop.
ERS is low, ERS is
Ocon is
low.
also running
On your MFD, or lift a little with gentle braking to recharge it.
Yeah, Ocon seems to be running an alternate strategy as well, as he is in front of Verstappen at the moment. So I'm very interested to see what he's doing. But what also kind of surprises me is Verstappen's the only one out here from the looks of it.
Okay, pit in this lap, and remember the speed. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach.
On the medium tire besides Ocon, which is quite interesting. Using some ERS here should allow me to have some DRS as we enter the lane here. Kinda sorta. Very nice entry there. Get the good entrance into the box. Very nice there.
Okay, let's go now. Come on. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate.
Good
Looks
release
like a
there.
Nice stop time. We're happy with that one.
Just going to send this out
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
right
Let's
behind
go.
Sargent. Right behind the Sargent, indeed. So just need to stick with him here. Hopefully the mediums perform well compared to his hards, especially since those are worn on his car. Let's go for the drive off here. Use some overtake. Nope. Got the better run off. Not use it here then. Oh, he checks up so much to that corner. Use some overtake here. We're also going to have DRS here. Slipstream. Everything's set up for us. There's Ocon into the pits. Be interesting to see if he can make that work. I'm guessing he's going to go to a soft tire here. Kind of block off Albon there. Now I don't expect Ocon to fall all the way back to us, but I do actually expect him to fall quite a way back. Yeah, he's going to be right back near us, actually, to be fair, as he is going to have those soft tires though, but he lost a lot of time staying out that long on the mediums. He stayed out longer on the mediums than I did on the hards, so very risky strategy there. We'll see how he does for the rest of the race with that strategy. We're going to go down to a none on the ERS here, try to charge it up as we try to make up time on the cars ahead. I know it's not what the none is doing at the moment, but it is allowing me to charge and use the ERS a little bit more consistently. So we were drained there for quite a while. Here's where we're going to be bad because we don't have any DRS compared to those in front of us. but it's also going to help us that those cars in front are battling. Albon had quite the nice run there. Tagged the wall just a little bit there. Albon's going to have the DRS here. We're using some ERS to help defend. Going to be good here. I think the interesting thing will also be seeing whether or not Sargent ends up pitting for new tires. I don't know if he will at this point, considering that he's right there with us.
Okay, mate. After that front wing damage, we've got to look after it now. Please protect the front wing. Come on.
So need to be careful with the front wing. No run into walls or anything like that. Gotta do that for the next 3 laps. So hopefully none of that. And pull a bit of a gap here on Sargent. That'd be quite nice. I do not have to worry about him, but we'll see if that stays. I expect to start losing some time to that pack ahead. Yep, just like they're doing here. There is a decent amount of movement in that pack. I'm guessing as they came off that corner, that's when it happened.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead.
Got 2
4.1
more laps
seconds.
of taking care of the front wing. I feel like I'm slowly making up time on this group ahead, but I don't think we're going to be able to get close enough to be able to really fight with Ocon at all. Do some ERS there. We've made up a decent amount of time here this lap though on this group. Not close enough for any DRS by any means, but we have made up a significant chunk of time on the group. I wonder if someone has damage and is allowing us to catch up that, or someone's out on some old tires at the front of the group or something, but may allow us with some newer tires to take advantage here. Expect them to pull away some here with the fact that they have the DRS. The only problem is we don't have any ERS related to utilize at the moment. It's pretty well drained, so that's going to have to do our best here without it. Gotta stay consistent through these corners. Use a little bit of ERS there. And consistency is what's going to allow us to get back up to this group here, if at all. That could have been really bad for that front wing. We clipped the wall there just a little bit. Wasn't ideal for trying to catch this pack. We really haven't made up any time this lap so far. Let's go none on the ERS. Allow it to charge a little bit extra through here. Back up to medium. I feel like I'm starting to catch more and more glimpses of the cars ahead as we sweep around these corners. Oh, but we overshot that corner just a little bit. It's going to cost us more time than we're losing. We lost a lot of time there. man, I just don't think it's going to quite happen. Got one more lap to work on this objective, and only 3 more laps to try to catch this group ahead of us, let alone get past someone. Really preferably Ocon, but I don't think that's going to happen here, as we've still got 3 seconds to try and make up, and the tires are starting to fall off a little bit. Now, with that being said, it's probably not as bad as what Ocon's fall off is starting to be, but we're starting to make up less and less time to the group in front of us. Bad shifting pattern there didn't allow me any help. We're in this nice little gap back to Sargent, but not gaining any on the group ahead. If anything, losing some time there. So just kind of surviving here at the moment. I don't expect another objective here at all, unfortunately, as we go into the final 2 laps.
You hit that target. Really good job.
Almost back up. Yeah, we're up to 4 seconds to that group again. Kind of like what it was at the beginning of this run after Ocon came out of the pits. If we can have a good run through here, we can maybe give it one more effort. Make up a lot of time there.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 2.6 seconds.
I don't think it's going to be enough, though. They make up so much time here. .4. It's really as close as I've gone. Just no grip through that section of the track anymore. Used up a lot of ear rust there. Yeah, there's no way I can catch up enough here. Oh, and it's a wide corner as well. That does not help me out at all. I would have needed to kept them at like 2.8 there in order to do anything. .1. Yeah, we're just too far back. And too many little mistakes across the course of the race. Probably mainly that wing damage at the beginning that hurt me the most, and trying to catch up here, as well as just finding a drained battery really ever since pit stops. Just doesn't allow me a fine chance at catching up to these guys. I was losing all sorts of time if I wasn't using the medium deploy setting, especially with them having the DRS train going up there. So, but we are going to finish. Oh, as Ocon makes a move there, I was going to say as we finished right behind each other, but nope, he falls back down, and he is going to be yeah, we're going to finish right behind each other.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
I don't think I really gained or lost anything with the tire strategy that I played. Maybe could have gone for a hard to a soft, but the tires were even struggling there some towards the end of the stint there. So let's go to the race results here.
Here come today's winners.
Max Verstappen obviously won. And
wild weekend of Formula 1
let's see here. Verstappen, Perez, Sainz, Russell, Leclerc, Alonso, Norris, Piastri, Stroll, Hamilton, Bottas, Albon, Guan Yu, Hulkenberg, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Ocon, us, and Sargent. And yeah, let's bring it back to the main menu. See how this weekend has impacted our rating and whatnot, and we'll go from there. Alright, so with that race weekend, awareness has gone up there decently, focus has gone down. I'm guessing that's just our finishing spot. I'm guessing. Let's open up the details. No DNF. And the rivalry, that doesn't really impact anything. Overtakes, very nice there. Down one spot from our starting spot. No penalties, one warning, that helps as well. Completed that objective, but that doesn't really gain us much. And the no DNF once again, and that doesn't really impacted. 3 spots lower than are expected, but to be fair, Ocon was not meeting that goal either. Our recognition does not change at all. Let's keep advancing here. Made progress with each of the specialists here. I'm guessing this is just, yeah, that's just based on what we chose. Let's advance here. Back home. There we are. As I can't really skip through this, so it just kind of brings us back through. There we are. As it looks like we've got some developments on the way. We've got points for some developments as well. And let's go ahead and wrap things up for today. We have some new specialists to work with as well, right? I'm not sure. Upward trend there in the driver rating. R&D is still sitting in third to last. Car is still looking good, and in terms of the standings, we're sitting in dead last. Ocon all the way up to Albon is without points. Hamilton only has 1 point, so very interesting there. But that's going to wrap things up for today, guys. Heading off to Australia for the next race. So hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one.